woke up thinking about a female taxi driver named Boo, who knew her way around the city. Picked me up at the bus depot one Friday years ago in rush hour, my first time here. She slid her brightly painted cab like a lubricated finger into secret back alley shortcuts through Chinatown, mahjong parlors, illegal alien non-pen soup kitchens, en route to the hotel, where she took my money, tucked it in her blouse, then lifted and spun my suitcase to the rain-slick sidewalk like a majorette twirling a baton at halftime with clouds for tassels. Well, Boo drove and talked like she was dancing, like she had her own radio show going on. She was both the host and the guest, and she was really a poet who drove to publish her books. Pulled her first one out of the glove compartment called Fairs and Affairs, and said her second one was called Gynecology Row, that she'd become an exotic dancer just long enough to write it, and every poem was dedicated to those men who slobbered and oogled in the moat as she spun her royal castle behind like an unattainable honeycomb above their open sweet-toothed mouths. Boo. Years later, I was invited to a teller's circle by a native Coast Salish artist who called himself Blue Car Wash. Made the dozen or so of us rub together like soapy brushes before reading our poems. Who should show up one night but Boo with her books and her great blue jean thighs and dark eyes and a bruise there on her cheekbone. She sang her poems while rocking there as if about to give birth to a falcon or a carburetor. We giggled at first at her wildness and humor, but when she'd finished, we knew the history of every bruise she'd ever gotten. And the room stopped breathing and no one said anything for a long time. Well, I woke up thinking of Boo, the kind of woman I'd never been with before, who knew her way around a man's body the same way she knew her way around a city. Her hands were primal instincts, and she could make red lights turn green by her will and by opening her mouth. Her voice had a Medusa hairdo inside, and her eyes were juju, licorice trouble, those hips that never stopped saying something, and her no-nonsense way of shocking you, stripped you right out of your clothes, your pretense, your usual bullshit moves, until you felt like just laying on the ground saying, "Come on, Boo. Bring that honey down, smudge my cheeks and cheek and forehead, sticky up my hair, and call 10,000 bees to sting me clean." Well, I had a coffee and listened to Lucinda and remember shit. I had Boo's phone number, the taxi cab one. Where is it? Rummaged until I found it in an old pocket and dialed just on the off chance that a voice might answer. Say, "Go ahead, caller, you're on the air." And I said, "Boo, how are you? This is the guy you drove crazy 23 years ago." She blurted and laughed and said, "I drove 1,000 men crazy 23 years ago, baby. Which one are you?" And And I said I'm Edgy Threadgood's illegitimate son, last of the old bee charmers, busty beau bohemian. You let inside your castle the night we rubbed soap suds together in a blue car wash rain silver night. You shut off the motor, the meter, said come here, let me, your brightly painted cab, a lubricated finger, sliding into secret back alleyway shortcuts, past mahjong parlors and illegal alien non-pen soup kitchens. Come here, come here. Yeah, Chinatown. Boo. Boo. That's called Boo. It's just a little half made up, half written down something. Don't know what.